Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to share some seasonal finds with you. Now most of these are food items, but there is a beauty item, and I will say that that beauty item is one of my absolute favorite beauty finds of all time. All of these things are limited editions, so they might be hard to come across, but they should all still be available depending on what part of the country you live in. So I'm going to start with the first find that I found this year, and it is from Tate's Bake Shop. Now some of you might be familiar with Tate's Bake Shop, because they actually make cookies that are available all year long, and they usually come in a green like a green packet that looks just like this but green in color. And basically they're a bake shop out of like Southampton, New York, and they do these thin crispy cookies which are said to be very delicious. I haven't actually had the chocolate chip ones or any of the other more conventional flavors, but I saw these at my local grocery store. So I live in the Northeast. Stop and Shop is one of my main grocery stores, and they had a whole display of these the day that I went in, and it says limited edition oranges and cream cookies, and definitely limited edition as I mentioned before. And I am a huge fan of citrus. If you watched any of my food videos, you probably heard me say it a million times, and so I always want to try anything that is like orange, lemon, lime, pink grapefruit, anything like that. But I'm also very harsh on people, so I have very high standards for what I think a citrus dessert or food should taste like, or what a scented item should smell like. So I will say that this absolutely passed my very hard standards that nobody can pass. These cookies were amazingly good. They are thin and they are crispy, so they're not hard. So don't mistake hard for crispy. Crispy meaning they're light, they're kind of almost like flaky, and they have a nice bite to them, but they're not hard. It's not like when you're buying a Chips Ahoy cookie and they're just straight hard. These are definitely cookies that feel like they came from a bakery or a company that's a little bit more gourmet. The scent is really lovely. It is not necessarily like a fake orange soda smell, but it's not necessarily a real fresh orange smell. It's kind of like that nice in between where somebody like me who loves the orange soda flavor was really happy, but somebody who also wants something that's a little bit more elegantly made, that doesn't taste chemically or processed, will also enjoy these. So these do not have any sort of like chemically aftertaste or anything like that. They are just really, really, really good cookies. I will show you the last one because this is the second pack I've gone through, and I've been trying to just save this pack for you guys, but I can't because they're so good. Everybody in my house wants to eat them. So this is what they look like. Literally the last one. Super thin. I know the camera's not picking it up quite right, but it looks like that. And the closest thing I can say about this in terms of texture is if you've ever had the Bordeaux cookies from Pepperidge Farms, it's not exactly like that, but it's that world of cookies. So if you love those, and by the way, if you've never tried them, you should. Thin, crispy, sweet, just like one of the best cookies out there, especially in terms of like conventional brands that you buy at the grocery store. But that cookie is amazing. This cookie's in that world, but I actually like this one even better because it's orange, whereas that one's just like a lovely sweet flavor. So when you smell it, you definitely get a whiff of a very subtle whiff of the orange. You taste it more than you smell it. And then a really good quality vanilla is what I'm picking up. And I imagine that there is vanilla in here. I haven't really checked yet. When you look at the ingredients, like there's a lot of them that you can actually recognize, like cane sugar, unbleached flour, butter, egg whites, vanilla extract. So that's definitely there. Orange extract, salt, and then there's a couple of those things that are probably just like fancy scientific words for like salt or something like that. But anyhow, I was so blown away by those. Those are amazing, and I've actually gone to a lot of places to try to find more. I'm having a bit of a hard time, but places that you could check. Stop and Shop if you live in the Northeast. I know that I have family down south. They found them at the Christmas tree shop. I did not find them at my Christmas tree shop. I looked, but I'll keep looking because they do carry Tate's Bakeshop cookies there. So I'm hoping eventually they'll get some orange ones in. But those are two places you can check. But I would say probably like the places like the Odd Lots and places like that where they get food that isn't necessarily meant for them, but like maybe there's extras somewhere floating around that didn't get sold for reasons that I can never understand. So anyhow, a lot of talking about the cookies, but they're amazing, so get them. The next item is something that is seasonal as well, but this is a seasonal item that is a reoccurring seasonal item, and it's this strawberry cheese pie, I think is what they call it, and it is at McDonald's, and I've had this for years and years. It only comes out in that sort of spring, summer season, and it's not guaranteed that you'll find it everywhere. There have been years where, let's say I was in Florida and they had it there, but then as I was doing my little road trip back up the East Coast, some of the other states might not have had it. They might have had like a peach or a pineapple or something to that effect instead. I say that if you get your hands on a strawberry one, you should try it. I'm going to show it to you. It is amazingly good. It looks like this. So it has a really weird look to it, I will admit. But the nice thing about it is you can see there's strawberry and there's cream cheese. So one side is, I keep saying cream cheese, but it's actually cheese. I imagine cream cheese is what they use to make the cheese because it's soft, almost like a Danish cheese. But it doesn't really taste like Danish. I think it tastes better than a Danish. The crust is crispier, and that cheese doesn't have that chemically flavor that I associate with Danish because I've only really ever eaten Danish from the grocery store or from like a place like McDonald's, and I've never cared for it. This is delicious. The strawberry does taste fresh. I'm sure it's not, but it tastes it. And just the mix of the strawberry and the cheese is really wonderful. I will say, like any of their pies, if you get one, just remember they are really, really hot, especially that strawberry side. But it's really one of the best things I've ever tried, and it's like $1.29 or something like that. So it's like a nice little dessert if you are open to fast food. So I'm a huge, huge, huge fan of that. The next item is one that I actually didn't even know was out. I actually went to Christmas tree shop to find more orange cookies, and I ended up finding this. I actually saw this on Instagram. One of the people that I follow, I think it's Junk Food Reviews. Like, I like junk food, even though I'm a foodie and I could be a little bit of a food snob. I do love junk food. Obviously, I love novelty stuff, as you've probably seen on my channel if you've watched any of my other videos. And he or she had put this up, and it is basically the Kit Kat crisp wafers in strawberry cream. So what I love about this is that it's white chocolate and strawberry. As you can see, I definitely love the spring summer type of flavors. I could eat them all year long. And what was nice about this one, because I was going to save it for you, but I ate it last night because I needed to test it to make sure it was worth sharing. What's nice about this is I do like white chocolate, but I understand people who don't like white chocolate because it can be very overwhelming. It is very rich. It is very sweet. It's a little over the top sometimes. So even as somebody who loves white chocolate, I totally get why some of you do not. I would say that even if you're not a huge white chocolate person, you'll probably still like these because it doesn't have that over the top white chocolate Easter bunny from your childhood flavor. I think it's better. I'm not going to say that it's like gourmet or elegant, but there's something about it where they like kicked it back a notch and they let the strawberry do the talking. So it's really more of a strawberry flavored white chocolate. Not too chemically, but definitely has that flavor there. So if you like, stay with me on this one. If you like that fake strawberry flavor but hate when it gets to that point where it gets chemically and just artificial flavored, this almost definitely is artificially flavored. It is that kind of fake strawberry candy flavor, but they somehow managed to kind of like reel it all in and just do a really good job. So I actually think this is delicious. And I think even those of you who kind of like white chocolate but aren't like, don't go out of your way to seek it out, I think you're still gonna like this. This was very, very well done. As a side note, if you ever see the wasabi Kit Kats, those are also worth trying. I totally dislike the flavor of wasabi, but wasabi flavored Kit Kats are amazing. Again, same thing. They did a really good balance on the white chocolate and wasabi and just really made a good Kit Kat. So try that if you will. This is one of my most coveted items, and if you are a citrus fan or a white chocolate fan, because this one's definitely a white chocolate item where you could taste the white chocolate, it is these M&Ms that are orange vanilla cream is what they called them. And this is another thing I saw on the internet, probably a little too late, because it is one of those sort of collaboration type things that they do at the Dollar General sometimes. I've done some videos where they did some strange Pringles flavors or something to that effect. This is another one. I'm bummed that they just did it with the Dollar General. I do think that places like Ocean State Job Lot, Big Lots, Christmas Tree Shop, I imagine that some of those places will end up with whatever's left over of these. But I will tell you that I've gone to the Dollar General a couple times now, and there was a display that had these ones along with some other M&Ms, and they were sold out. And the lady told me that they had been sitting there for a couple weeks. Nobody even looked at them, touched them. Somebody, probably Delish or somebody, did a story on the internet, and then all of us fools who like love orange and love vanilla went and found them, and they were just gone. So I've gone a few more times in hopes that they would restock, but so far I haven't gotten them. So I did the foolish thing. I went to Amazon and I bought a ridiculously expensive M&M pack from somebody who's very clever, who knew to go to Dollar General right away and get them for like $2.50. And I'm not even going to tell you how much I paid for them. Let's just say for me it was worth it because they're delicious. They're exactly what I like. Again, I was holding on to this packet for as long as I could, but I really wanted to see what they tasted like, and they were so good that I did end up finishing most of them. But they're a little bit bigger than a typical M&M, and I know they kind of vary depending on whether they're regular or peanut, but they're definitely bigger than a regular M&M. And then when you break into the shell, it's like a vanilla or like a white looking chocolate on the inside. I think that chocolate is probably where the orange flavor lies, because you definitely taste that little hint of orange, and then you also get that white chocolate flavor. So they're definitely white chocolate, unlike the Kit Kat where it's really, you taste strawberry. Here you're tasting white chocolate and orange. They're super good. If you love orange creamsicles, that's pretty much what they taste like. So if you're into orange cream soda, orange creamsicles, you're gonna die for these. I really wish that they would do with collaborations with people other than Dollar General. I only have one in my area. It's not my favorite store. I literally only go when some weird novelty food thing comes out, and then I go look for it, and half the time it's not there. So I'm really hoping these pick up and they become a regular. I'm not going to hold my breath. White chocolate things never become a regular. Fruity things never become a regular, but I'm still going to hope because they're amazing. So if you can get your hands on them, do. And then also, if you see them anywhere, please feel free to leave in your comments below where you found them, what state you live in, and what store it was, because I will go all over creation for them. They were really, really good. And I will not be selling mine on Amazon. I'll be eating mine. So the last, not the last item, but the last food item is a little bit more elegant than what I have just shown you, except for maybe the cookies. Those are actually really, really well done, and something that even like a true food snob would love. This one is something that I think is also a food snob item, and this is granola from 365, which is Wholefoods. And this is lemon lavender, and it's a limited botanical edition. And so if you've watched any of my food videos, you know two things. I love citrus and I hate florals, but I'm always intrigued by florals in foods because I find that when they're well done, when somebody who really knows how to cook or put a food together does something sort of botanical in their food, it can be really one of the most amazing food experiences ever. I have to say they did a phenomenal job. I am so glad that I kind of caved into my curiosity and got this. It's basically just a really good granola. When you eat it, you really get more of just a subtle lemon flavor. So it's really something I think that goes well, because I think a lot of people eat their granola with fruit anyhow. So I think it won't ping any of you who are kind of like iffy about things that are like strange or maybe trying a little too hard in some people's opinion. And then the floral, the little lavender is like a little kick at the end. It's very subtle. It is not, it's not like that rose essence, rose water type of taste. I actually am not a fan of that at all. It always, I feel like I'm eating bath soap. It's not like that at all. They really did a good job keeping it very subtle, balancing the flavors. And I think this is a lovely granola. I've just been snacking on it on its own. I could totally eat this with yogurt, with milk, with an almond milk, something like that, a regular milk. But my friend, actually, who's an amazing cook, gave this really great tip, and I think I might try it. I'm gonna try to snag another box. And she said that she thought it would make a great crust for like a pie or a tart. And I actually couldn't agree more. I think if you ground this up, added like your butter or whatever your kind of wet fat is, you could totally do like a lemon tart or really anything that really would go well with a fruit, and it would be amazing. Even like a cheesecake I think would be so good with this, because it has that just little hit of lemon that I think always is nice in a cheesecake when you have it kind of in the background. So super, super good. I want to say this was about $4.99. The M&Ms, I think if you buy them the way you're supposed to, should be about $2.50, $2.99. The Kit Kat I got for like 75 cents, but you know how candy bars go. It could be anywhere from like 75 cents to $1.50 or whatever. The McDonald's pies, roughly $1, $1.29, and the Tate's Bakeshop cookies were, I want to say $3.99, and they are available online. So if you're one of those people who just wants to go for it, I think they sell them in packs of 4 on their website. I'll put all that information for all of these products below in the description box, so check that out. But you can buy them online. I'm just trying to find them in person because I'm really iffy about having cookies shipped. I've seen people who deliver packages dropkick things, and these are very delicate, so I'm just trying not to go there. My last item if I could only pick one, would be my favorite. I have to say, these are not just, I will say with complete sincerity, these are not just like, oh, these are cool things, watch my video, check these out. Like, I love every single one of these things. I try a lot of stuff. So there's other stuff out there that I've tried or even passed over that is like limited edition and kind of summer, spring flavors. And I did not show those things to you because they were not worth seeing. These are things I absolutely love. So if you have taste like mine, or if you liked what I said when I described it, these are definitely worth trying. This is my absolute favorite if I can only pick one thing, and this is the one beauty item. So I'll just show you the packaging so you'll know what to look for. It is this right here. It is from one of my favorite brands, a skincare brand known as Fresh. Some of you, especially those of you who like shop at Sephora and places like that, are probably familiar with their lip products. Years ago, they had done like a birthday gift at Sephora that was like the little Fresh minis. I can probably even show you them right now. It probably looked something like this. I can't remember which one they gave that year. It might have been the rose-colored one, but they're amazing. These, I'm like a total lip product snob. I have very dry lips. When I was a kid, they were constantly cracked, split down the middle, bleeding. Like, I'm that person. So I'm really fanatic about lip care, and I don't just slap anything on. I want to try things. I don't buy or invest in things unless they're good. I will spend a few extra dollars, which I did in this case, and this one's absolutely worth it. So Fresh has great lip products, and you will definitely in the future see me do a bunch of Fresh videos because they have a lot of products that I like. This one is hands down my favorite. This is what it looks like once you take it out of the packaging. So it is similar to their caramel lip balm. If you've tried that one, then you kind of know the consistency of this one. Actually, I would say it's pretty much the same consistency. This one might be a slight bit smoother, but that might just be more of a, like, I don't know how to explain it, but like sometimes when the thing smells a certain way, you kind of take it on a different way than you would if it smelled another way. So the caramel one smells like actual caramel. It is so on point. I can't even begin to tell you how beautiful a product that is. This one is lemon, and this one smells like a lemon meringue. So not only do you get the lemon, but you get that little meringue note to it as well, and it's absolutely wonderful. My favorite thing about this product, and I'm going to do a dedicated video for this, so if you're curious about it, definitely stay tuned. This is a product I love enough that I think it's worth its own video, but what I love about it is the scent, which, like I said, it's lemon. Oh my god, it's so good. It's like so genuine. Like, imagine walking to a bakery and they're making lemon squares or like something lemon that's just done really well, but has like that little bit of crust or that little bit of meringue on it. So you get kind of both those scents, but like it is so good that I am definitely going to go get a second one before they stop making it because it's limited edition. But just a quick note about this. It's sold as a lip balm, so you can totally use it as a lip balm. I actually like to save it just because I have a lot of Fresh stuff, and there's a couple of other things I use on my lips, and I have so much of it that I use it, and I just save this for kind of when I want a little treat or when I need a good lip mask. This is my absolute favorite lip mask of all time, and it was actually developed by Fresh as a lip mask, and then for whatever reason they decided to sell it as a balm instead. So what you do is at night you do whatever your ritual is. For me, I like to do a soft gentle scrub. I use the Fresh lip scrub for that usually. Sometimes I just go gently with my toothbrush. I know there's some people who probably hate that. I've been doing it for so long. I think as long as you're going gently, you're fine, and as long as you're not like really cracked and dehydrated already, because that could be very painful. But my lips are in really good health because I'm on top of it all the time. I do a light exfoliation, and then I put this bad boy on, and then I just go to sleep. So I wear it like a sleeping mask. Usually when I do lip masks, especially other brands' lip masks, I will layer. I'll put like the Fresh on at the bottom where it can really just seep into my lips, and then put a mask over it. This one, I just go straight in with this. I don't want to put anything over it. I don't want to put anything under it. It is all I need, so I don't need to double up, and also a lot of my things are scented, so I don't want anything to interfere with this. So again, I'm going to do a full video on kind of like this product, how I use it, go into more detail, and talk a little bit more about what I do to prep beforehand. But at any rate, if you have a chance, get this. It is not available at Sephora. I was very disappointed to find out. They have the caramel, which again is amazing. They have a coconut one, which I think is staying. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's going to be regular like the caramel. But if you go to the Fresh store, which I think you really should because it's like such a fun little store. I have one not too far from me in Boston, and they have more flavors than what Sephora has. So they have obviously the caramel and the coconut. They have lemon. They have a peach one. And I think there's only one more. There might be more than that, but I just remember the 5. The fifth one is actually chocolate. And I have to tell you, I'm not a chocolate fan. I don't like the smell of like cocoa butter or chocolate. Like I want to smell like a fruit basket, but I'm kind of weird about chocolate smells. I can do caramel, but I can't do chocolate. I make an exception for the fresh one. I really wanted to buy it. I might still buy it, but I'm going to get my second lemon first. The chocolate smell is so indulgent and so on point. I've never smelled a chocolate product that smelled that good. And since it is something that you'd be putting on your lips and not your face or your arms or your knees or wherever, I actually think I could totally do that chocolate one. So it's like aromatherapy, it's lip therapy, it's good skincare, it's amazing. I cannot speak highly enough about any of the lip balms, but again, lemon is my favorite, and lemon is definitely limited, and I believe chocolate and peach are limited as well. So anyways, those are my items. Oh, and by the way, this is roughly $20, so it's somewhere in the $20 ballpark. All the details will be below on prices, where I found stuff, where you might be able to find stuff. And speaking of that little description box down below, please, please, please comment. Let me know if you've tried any of these things and what you thought of them. Let me know if you know where I can find them, because some of them are easy, like the 365. It's at Wholefoods. It should be there for you, hopefully still. McDonald's, apple strawberry pie. Hopefully your town has the strawberry. If not, if they have another seasonal fruit, I think they're worth trying. It's always nice to mix it up. The Tate's cookies, the M&Ms, and the Kit Kat, much harder to find, but if you find them, try them. They're so good, but let me know where you found them so I can find more. Also, let me know how you felt about this video. Let me know if you have any questions, and most importantly, please subscribe to my channel. You do that by clicking on the red subscribe button that is below this video player. There's also a thumbs up icon. You want to click on that as well. I have a ton of videos and I put them up pretty regularly, so I would love for you to join me. I hope you have a great week. I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope to spend time with you again soon. Take care.